What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hold on. Alrighty. Holy crap, apparently a house not too far from me, like, just blew up. It's on Twitter. Well, not, like, just did. I guess this was yesterday. That's crazy. There's a video. Wow. Anyways, who do we got in here? Let's see. Jersey, HD, Slow, Ashley, Morrison, Matthias, Buxton, Gerald, Jim, Jessica, Sinex, I think is how you say it, Katie, Richard, Shiv, JTS, Charlie, Lance, Silent, Steven, Brian, JJ, Bernie, Rebecca, Jeff, Carrier Compliance Services, Dylan, Juan, Morse, Rebecca, David, Jonathan, Charlie. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Yes, very sad. Rest in peace to those people. But yeah, how's everybody's weekend? Everybody have a good weekend? Nice and relaxing. I'll tell you what, I took a majority of the day yesterday. Like, obviously got done what I had to do in the morning. But then took like the rest of the day to just chill, which I typically like never do. I'm always doing something. And it was a nice little reset. So I'm ready to crush it. One thing I do want to bring up to you guys, though, that we have to keep in mind, it's more than likely going to be a whole risk off week for me, just because I leave Thursday, like right after trading. Like, I'm going to trade 30, 45 minutes and then leave and go to the beach. So I won't even be trading on Friday. But what we have this week is we have the FOMC minutes on Wednesday, right? So that's the first thing. Is typically we're going to be slow, or the market likes to be slow before these FOMC meetings. So yeah, I could be completely wrong. There could be massive moves today and tomorrow. I don't know. But typically, you know, just talking about the past, market's kind of tricky to trade going into the FOMC announcement. But then we also have OPEX, and we know how the market likes to react to OPEX. So we have something Wednesday, OPEX Friday, plus I leave Thursday. So I don't know, more than likely a risk off week from me, unless I see something like super high probability, but we shall see. Anyways, hopefully everybody did have a good weekend. Good morning, everyone. But let's hop right into this. Let's take a look at ES. Hopefully everybody's caught up on those bootcamp videos. If you're not caught up on bootcamp, definitely make sure you guys go back and watch some of those videos throughout the week. But ES, as far as the daily time frame, I mean, it's still holding that daily 61.8. So we have daily supply or daily demand down here. But until price breaks below it, I mean, you know, ideally would like to see it bounce, personally. So if we fail 44.59, then we can look for more downside after that. And then next spot is going to be this 43.90 demand zone. Down to 43.68. Cool. Let's break it down to a 4-hour. I know that we don't really have any fibs. We have a 4-hour demand zone inside of that daily demand zone. So just a massive area. 4-hour demand, boom, boom. We also have a 4-hour one right there. But yeah, mainly going to be interested in this spot down here. We're kind of just riding that 4-hour 21 EMA to the downside. So I would say if we can get a solid candle close above that 4-hour, should be pretty good. Pretty good. And then, I mean, as far as rejects, not necessarily liking any. Maybe we have some supply that we can look for. This was our 2-hour supply zone. We tapped it to a pretty much penny before dropping. Just going to go ahead and mark that. 2-hour. But yeah, since we don't necessarily have any fibs that we can use, we're going to have to rely on supply and demand right now. I mean, I guess if there was one spot to use for a fib, it would be here to here. See, we got really close in the overnight session, so maybe this 45.02 to 45.12, maybe. So we shall see. Let's take a look at the 30-minute. Nothing over there. What's this Norton stuff keep popping up? There we go. All right, 45-minute. Yeah. I mean, those are pretty much going to be my levels. Bouncing between here. Rejects up here. Ideally, would like to see us all the way up there for a reject. And then next spot's going to be all the way down here. Cool. So there's ES. Let's take a look at SPY. Good morning, Don. I don't pay attention to death crosses or golden crosses. If you go back and you actually back test them, they're super inaccurate. Super, super inaccurate. So I do not pay attention to them. I did a video where I like back tested, I think, I don't know, 30 death crosses when everybody was talking about it, popping up on SPY. And it's just such a unreliable indication. I think I deleted the video, but yeah, not a lot of them ended up working out. Let's take pivot high, pivot low. This 443 is the gap fill. Still so interested in that 442 if we get down there. Remember, that's the 61.8 on the 4 hour. From, let's see, pivot low, pivot high, and then the next one's way down there. So personally, don't care about that. But yeah, 442 is my main bounce area for this week. We'll watch 447.50, 448.50 for possible rejects, and then 450. But I mean, that's pretty much the only areas I like. So keep an eye on that. Let's take a look at QQQ. And again, if you guys do want this watch list, make sure you guys run it up. 225 likes. That is the goal. We got 200 people in here with 54 likes. If you guys want it, make sure to run it up. Yes, we will take a look at US Steel because I think, what was it? Cleveland, I think it's Cleveland something is trying to buy him out. Let's take a look at that real quick right now, actually. Yeah. So, buyout news on this. I don't know if it went through yet. But I think I've traded the Cleveland stock. I just can't remember what it is. I want to say it starts with CL. Not CLR, not that one. Can't remember. But let's go back to QQQ. So very interested if price can get down towards this 358.77 to 357.5. That's a huge area. But again, until then, I mean, the only reject we have is that high and low right here. Kind of just riding that 4 hour to the downside. CLF, there it is. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I just have like this little wedge thing going on. There we go. So we'll see. Maybe we could bounce off the trend line, reject the trend line, but ideally super interested down there. And then we can watch those rejects up here, unless we break below. Cool. All right, there's QQQs. Take a look at NQ. What's up? NQ, it's going to be the same thing. 14,946 is going to be my bounce. Cool. All right. Let's take a look at some individuals. Let's see what we're liking this week, and then we will go from there. Again, good morning, everybody. Well, the DMs myself, and hold on, I actually want to go back to ES. I want to see if there's any pre-market setups that we could take a nice little futures trade off of. Nothing on ES. Take a look at NQ. Yeah, nothing. Alrighty. Let's start with Apple. We're gonna go through the the weekly watch list first, the stocks that I'm personally watching very closely. And then we'll go through the entire thing. So Apple is still bouncing that 100-day SMA. Not necessarily bearish unless we get a candle close below 176.55. Could just be sitting here for a while. Let's see. Yeah, personally not interested in Apple. We'll wait for more on that. AMD, I know is at a huge level. So maybe if we could get a spike below 106.50 and a reclaim, just because this area is so huge, daily 100 SMA, we're at previous support, 50% retracement. Could look for a nice little push to the upside and possibly a gap fill. So I like that a lot as long as AMD can hold this level. If it breaks it, next area I'm interested in, 100.8. So AMD, I like that one. Amazon. Looks like it's trying to break, so that's going to be top priority today, especially if the market can get strength. Look for the uptrend entry above 139.34. So Amazon is number one. Google is sitting there doing nothing. IWM bounced that 50% retracement to a penny. So maybe if it came back down, it tested it. Microsoft still in that daily wedge. Close to that weekly 21 EMA. Doesn't look bad, especially on the weekly. I like that weekly setup. But nothing right now. Costco, gonna look for the pullback to that daily 21 EMA around 555. Look for a swing. If not, I'm still in the equity. I'll look for more upside. Costco, and then I'm thinking about Activision for a swing. I just don't know how this is gonna work because of the buyout news. Like, does anybody know if the buyout actually went through with Activision and Microsoft? Because if it did, I'm not gonna touch it. It seemed like the options were pretty liquid on Friday, though. Does anybody know? Sorry. Opening the monster for the morning. What's up, Jason? I don't know. Somebody let me know. And then let's run through the actual watch list. All right, so we looked at Apple. It actually went through, okay. Let's see. Airbnb, don't care about. AI, still looking for a deeper pullback here. 29 is what I like. Just volume and open interest in the options. We already looked at AMD. Amazon, top priority. Boeing, still trying to figure out what it wants to do. Yeah, I don't care about that. Only care about the retracements. Baba. Again, here, hold on. 225 likes for the watch list. Make sure you guys are smashing that like button if you want this watch list posted in the chat. 225 if you want it. Plus, the quicker you get to 225, the less I have to talk about it. And the less I have to annoy you. But, let's see. Baba, don't care about. Caterpillar. It is also the third Friday of the month, so there actually might be some liquidity in some names that we typically wouldn't be able to day trade. Yeah, like Caterpillar's got plenty of liquidity this week. Could be something to keep on our radar. Doesn't look bad. So maybe that comes into play sometime this week. Coin. 80.43. It looks like we hit it. Yeah, we actually did. Fell 4 cents short. So that actually, maybe if we can wick down there and reclaim it again, that could possibly come into play. Costco, we already looked at that. Google, we looked at IWM. Bar, don't care about. Meta. I mean, Meta's pretty much, did it fill the gap? Yeah, Meta filled the gap. So nothing here that I'm personally interested in. Microsoft, we already looked at. Netflix. Don't care about. NVDA pulling pretty hard. I mean, 400 would be a bounce. When's the last time we tested that? Over here. Could watch 400 for a bounce. Boom. And again, right now what we're doing is just finding everything that looks good, and then what we'll do is we'll go through and we will start doing process of elimination to see what is the highest probability setups. I also really like a reject up at 412.25. So keep an eye on that. PayPal. Such a terrible stock. Roku. Looks like it's trying to set a higher low on the daily. Potentially. We'll see. I mean, I really like that daily setup. I'd be down for a swing. We'll see. Shopify. It's got a nice gap. Snow. SPX. Already filled the gap there. Also, if you guys didn't see my tweet last night, I'm in the final stages of this second trading book being done. Home stretch, baby, and then it's going on Amazon. So fingers crossed that this thing can drop in the next 2 weeks. I'm so excited for you guys to read it. So excited. Yeah, we already filled that gap, it looks like. So nothing on Tesla, don't really care about it. Yeah, it's just gonna go ahead and fill that gap. Alrighty, nothing there. AMD, Amazon, Coin, NVIDIA, and then I like UNH for a possible swing this week. Could also just break this consolidation and go. But I would keep this on your radar, personally. But the individuals I like, AMD, Amazon, Coin, NVIDIA. I know, 2 weeks, man. It's been, let me tell you, editing a book by yourself and making sure everything is written clearly and in a way that everyone can understand, it's hard. But book number 2, The New Age of Day Trading, the Ultimate A through Z Trading Guide. I think I have a picture somewhere, just in case you guys haven't seen it. But yeah, we got SPY, QQQ, we got the 4 stocks that we like. Let's wait until 8:30 before we start narrowing the list. So in the meantime, if you guys got questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. We can take a look at CLF, actually. But I'm also trying to find the picture of this cover because that cover is sexy. You have to go so far back. It's on my Instagram, which would honestly probably be easier to pull it up on there. Probably be easier. Let's see. But yes, we can look at CLF. I'm assuming 70. Honestly, didn't really move. Oh yeah, it did. It dropped and then popped. I'm gonna say you need book number 1 to fully understand book number 2 because there's stuff that I don't go back over. And if you don't have book number 1, then you might be confused. So I would say definitely get book number 1. That way you are prepared for book number 2. Bro, is it just going to be super hard to find this cover? Let's see, GDX, isn't that a gold stock? Gold miners ETF. I mean, it's just going to move with GLD. So I would just do analysis on GLD and the gold futures. Bro, why can I not find this cover? That's annoying. It's on my Instagram. If you go on my Instagram, you scroll down, you'll be able to find it. Much easier way. I mean, it's not like I necessarily only trade... Like, I don't... how can I word this? FEGs are not a main part of my strategy. If they're there and they are giving confluence with another area that I'm interested in, then yes, I'll you know, keep that into consideration. But it's just not a main part of my strategy. Hopefully that makes sense. I only use it when there's no clear areas of support and resistance or fibs. Again, there's multiple different ways to identify levels of interest. Just depends on which one do you like to use. Yeah, I'm not finding that cover. I'll find it another day and pop it up in the chat. Anyways, what do we got? We got 3 minutes until we can drop this watch list. Yes, the new book is strictly on day trading. Strictly day trading. I appreciate it, Dominic. All right, what other questions we got, ladies and gentlemen? 3 minutes until we can start narrowing this list. And then get it out to you guys. I'll tell you what, wouldn't it be crazy if we just did a massive monthly cup and handle on ES and then broke out to the upside? That would be like, that would just literally be insane. Because it's showing the characteristics like it wants to do it. Rounding bottom, maybe we come up, peak out for a few months, consolidate, and then boom, into a new high. Definitely looks like it wants to do that. Let's bring it down to a 5 minute. Yep. That is facts. There's so many different ways to identify levels. It's just which one you prefer. If it's a penny stock, I don't trade it. No penny stocks. Very rare. Any other questions you guys got? What do we got? 30 seconds? There we go. How do I deal with draw? I mean, you don't typically want to be in the drawdown for a long time. If you're like significantly red for a long period of time, it's probably because you didn't follow your risk, right? So I always know where my invalidation point is. If it hits it, I'm out right then and there. Now, swing trades, that's probably where, if anything, I'll be red a little longer than I would like to be. But with day trades, as soon as it hits my invalidation point, I always position in a way that, if my invalidation point is hit, I'm okay with it. So day trading, I'm not in the red for too long. But swings, it's just, again, it's going to be the same thing. You got to position yourself correctly. Like this TJX swing that we had a while ago is down like 30-40%, and then it came out of nowhere and went up like 100, I think like 180 to 200%. It was the same thing with the GLD swing that I had. It's just knowing invalidation points. And if it hits the invalidation, then you're out. So swings, you gotta be a little more patient. That's typically where, if a trade is going to go against me, I will hold until my 50% stop loss. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense. All comes down to position sizing, in short. Let's take a look at EAS. Boom. We can take a look at Disney, actually. Really quick, and then we're going over everything else. Nothing of interest for me on Disney. All right, so it looks like ES came back down to that 61.8 at 44.70. Still holding it as support. Again, we got a clear 44.59 for me to be bearish. Let's see. I mean, it depends on how small your account is. Like, if you only have a $500 account and you take a $300 swing trade and you're risking 50%, then yes, that's too high risk. All right, let's get SPY typed out. Good morning. SPY, QQQ. Again, make sure you guys are running up that like button if you guys want this watch list. 225 likes. What are we at right now? We got 260 people in here. 160 likes. You guys need 65 more. NQ could give a potential liquidity sweep. That is possible. Might be something I watch. All right, let's run through this real quick. Again, would be interested if AMD spiked below 106.50 and reclaimed it. For possible upside, like this 108.22 for a possible reject. We were just really close to it. Amazon. It has to go on the list. If the market is strong today, this thing is going to go. All right, there's Amazon. That is definitely going on the list today. Coin possibility. I mean, we could get a nice trade down here. And then let's see, Amazon. I like that 400 bounce or reject 412.16. I like all of these setups. No, I still trade on the small account. I've been having this issue though with my OBS Studio. It keeps freezing. It's typically like after 30 minutes it'll freeze. And I've been trying to fix it. I have no idea what's happening with it. So. But no, I'm still trading on it. It's just those days where I don't feel like using a lot of size. So I might actually trade on it a decent amount this week, just because I said more than likely it's risk off. No, I'm not from Philly. From good old Maryland. All right. I mean, NVIDIA doesn't look bad. Which one do we want? AMD. Honestly, probably prefer NVIDIA over AMD. So let's go ahead and take that off. Take AMD off. We did Amazon. Might watch both Coin and NVIDIA. Potential bounce at 8.43. I use TD Ameritrade. I don't do funded accounts. Do not trust funded accounts. I use my own capital. Boom. That is the watch list. We got 225 likes. Nope, we're at 183. You guys are getting close. You guys need 42 more likes, and then you get this watch list. I know you guys can do it. Dang, it's only 8:37. That was quick. That was quick. Let's head on over to NQ. I would really like to see a liquidity sweep below those lows. I mean, it got super close to filling the gap on Friday. It was just SPX filled the gap first, and that's why we took that bounce based off of SPX, and we got a really nice move to the upside on SPY out of this. So, I mean, I'm not too interested in trying to bounce the gap fill on SPY. I'm more interested down at that 442. That's where I really see the risk to reward. I'm trying to think, is there anything else we want to look at? Crude oil's pulling back. $81.81. Be more interested in that daily 21 EMA. Some people were asking about oil stocks earlier. Let's take a look. Exxon's trading at the bounce I would have watched. 1 hour 21 EMA. It's been a pretty big level, as you can see. Chevron getting close to the area that I would watch. Seems like this area has been really strong resistance at 164.08. Yeah, it's been huge resistance. But yeah, nothing I really see there. Yeah, you guys are about to get a rate hike on the likes here in a minute. Might have to up it to 250 in the future. We'll see. Let's see. Any other stocks you guys want me to look at that are not penny stocks? Anything other than penny stocks, I'm fine with. We can take a look at some big caps. Fubo's a penny. Palantir. Boom. Interested in that weekly 21 EMA if it got down there. 1350. It's got about $2. You take a look at Dixie. Have a nice move to the upside. Let's see. TLT. Still holding below. Remember, we talked about TLT so many times. But it looks like Dixie's on the move. typically is not going to be good for spying QQQ. Remember, we used this a lot last year. But Dixie's pumping in the pre-market. So definitely something to keep your eye on. TLT, Dixie, 10-year yield. Remember, we can use a lot of these things to understand if the market's going to pull. This is also how you get your interest rates, your 30-year mortgages. Pretty much double this. Obviously, it's going to depend on your credit score and everything and where you live. But typically, if you double it, that's how you're going to find it. But that's having a nice move. Let's take a look at the put to call ratio. Where are we at? 0.93. That boom. I'm just taking a look at some market internals. Cool. What is this? People have been asking me about this. What is it? GEX? GEX or something like that? I think it's like gamma exposure. Can you just pull that up? How do you find that? Because people have asked me about it. Had a lot of people ask me about it. No, I don't do the Sunday watch list anymore just because it's super oversaturated. When I started my YouTube channel, like not a lot of people were doing Sunday watch lists, but now everybody's doing it. So I'm just not going to do it anymore just because way too oversaturated. I could make other content in place of it. Probably just going to start posting them on my Twitter like I did yesterday. So if you guys aren't following me on Twitter, highly suggest you do that right now. Here's the link. Boom. There's the link right there. Give me a follow on Twitter. If you double the 10-year yield, typically that's how you get your 30-year mortgage. But yeah, probably no more Sunday watch list. Plus, I've been doing them for, good God, almost 3 years. Let's see, 43, we're getting close. We need 15 more likes. We already looked at Tesla. I'm not too interested in it. It's already looking like it's going to fill the gap. Would have preferred to watch the gap fill for a possible bounce, but no longer interested. Trade YTIC. Yeah, I need to look into that whole gamma exposure thing. I know a lot of people use it. I personally don't. But hey, maybe that's something I can add into the strategy. We'll see. Maybe I'll learn about it. Never hurts to learn. I also don't really know how to use this. I'll figure it out. And guess what? Maybe in the future I'll have a video about it. Oh, it already filled the gap. NVIDIA's on the watch list. I like it for that 400 bounce or reject 1 hour 21 EMA. Let's see, what is that? 412. So watch like 412 for a reject. Or just a break below 406. We'll see. But yeah, still watching that area very closely. Just got book number 1. Let's go. All right, I'm about to drop the watch list for you guys. Hold on. Alrighty, so as always, none of this is financial advice. Actually, hold on. Pause. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, definitely make sure you guys are subscribed with that bell notification on. I do go live every single morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time. Plus, I am doing a free boot camp on my YouTube channel. Look, every single day for the next, well, till the end of the month, so 31 days in a row, a brand new video will be uploaded every single day. So if you guys are not subscribed with that bell notification on, do so you're notified every single time these are uploaded. But also, if you have not gone through and watched these videos, I highly suggest you do. This week, got some new stuff coming to the channel, right? New content, right? I'd say these last few days right here, they're not like super important, just like a check-in with some trade recaps, how I come up with my SPY and QQQ weekly levels, and then creating a weekly watch list. But now going forward, the education is it's going to get a lot better. Trust me, I got a lot of stuff planned for you guys. So make sure you guys go through and watch all of these whenever you have free time throughout this week. Get caught up and get ready for the new stuff. So that is that. Now, as far as this watch list, as always, I'm not a certified financial advisor. Everything talked about in this live stream is based on my opinion and my opinion only. Options trading is very risky, where you can lose more than your initial investment if you are not careful. So as always, do your own due diligence, use your own proper risk management, and I am not responsible for any lost funds. Boom. All right. SPY. And again, this is just what I'm looking for today. I could be completely wrong. The market could do absolutely nothing. The market could just pump to the upside. It could just tank. I have no idea what the market's going to do. But I have my levels. I know what I'm going to look for. If they're hit and an entry is validated, then I will take the trade. If they're hit and that the price action tells me not to enter the trade, then I'm simply not going to enter and look for the next setup, right? So that is everything I am watching today. Now everybody wants to join. We got 330 people in here, baby. But yeah, that is a watch list. Anybody got questions before I hop off? And also, make sure you guys are following me on Instagram, Twitter. If you want to trade live with me, make sure you guys hop into the Discord, Team Bull Trading. If you want to find any of that information, you can find it right here on my beacons, right there. Boom. That's my beacon link. Twitter, Instagram, Discord, book, whatever you need, you can find it right there. Alrighty. Any questions before I hop off for the day? Or are you guys ready to rock and roll? So, ready to rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen? How do you see price action confirming your entry? Go back and watch the boot camp. I have an entire 3 videos going over that. So definitely go and watch those. Any other questions you guys got? Let's get this book map up, ready to roll. Of course. Of course, of course. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, as always, I hope everybody prints. Let's make some money. Remember, it could be a slow week. FOMC minutes on Wednesday, OPEX on Friday. So definitely be smart. Trade safe. And make sure you guys tune in tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern time. I will be live again and give you guys another watch list for completely free. All you got to do is click that like button. So everybody have an amazing day. Let's run it up. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.